Hey everybody, Goosebumps for Dummies here, and today we're going to be doing a Night of Living Dummy 2 book review. Finally. This is actually a re-review, because my old review fucking sucks, and it isn't edited to the typical quality of this channel as of now. So, yeah, it's about time I re-review this, and besides, I actually have recently reread this book, so why not do it now? And, of course, that's the pink color scheme, pink and green, perfect timing as we transitioning from the month of love to the month of, what, spring, I guess, I don't know. So yeah, let's just dive right into it. And now for the blurb. You can't teach an old dummy new tricks. Amy's ventriloquist dummy, Dennis, keeps losing his head, for real. So Amy begs her family to find her a new dummy. That's when her dad finds Slappy in a local pawn shop. Slappy's kind of ugly, but Amy's having fun practicing her new routine. Then horrible things start happening. Oh no. Horrible, nasty things. Oh no. Just like what happened the first time. How would you know about that? Anyways, because there's something odd about Slappy. Something not quite right. Something evil! Anyways, this book is pretty damn good. It is definitely an improvement from the first book, obviously. And without spoiling much, I will say this. It's definitely less of a lie for the cover of who the villain is. I'll just say that. And it's quite good. It does some things better than the first book. There's even a bit of a character development in here that I really enjoyed. I thought it was really interesting. Quite shocking, but also really good. And yeah, genuinely scary at times, very eerie, a little violent. And I'd say the final chapters of this book are some of the best, for Slappy at least, in all of Goosebumps. Yeah, so this is quite a notable dummy sequel, and for good reason. It's definitely like an A tier, maybe even S tier book, I could see. Go check this one out. Let's get into why I like it so much. So what are my positives specifically about this book? Well, I'm going to start off with the main thing. This thing was quite a shocker, and I had no idea this was in here from memory. And it's the character development. Now, we're in spoilers, so click off. Amy's sister has a bit of character development in here, and it's a very good scene in my opinion. It's very reminiscent of The Ghost Next Door, The Haunted Mask, all those classic Goosebumps books of character development. Even some of morals and messages, kind of like The Haunted Mask still, but also Are You Terrified Yet? It's kind of got some depth to it, is what I'm trying to say. And it's that Sarah's sister is jealous of Amy, whilst Amy is very jealous of Sarah the entire book. It's kind of a flip-flop there, and it's really, really intriguing. I wish they delved into it more. That could have been a great dynamic, I guess. And it happened in a very great scene as well, involving Slappy. So it was really, really awesome, really neat. And it was kind of a shocker for such, standard Goosebumps book up until that point. Because I will be honest, there isn't much great shit until, like, the final 30 pages of this book. But still, that was quite a shocker. And that was quite a great thing about the book that I found really, really surprising. Now, why wouldn't this one be an upside? Slappy himself. One of his best appearances to date. And it's his first, like, actual debut besides the ending of another book. But it's really good here. Sorry, he's really good here. Not only is he violent, because he breaks open a closet door, get out, he's making lots of friends, but he's also just really creepy. There's a scene with him walking down the hallway, and it's very eerily. We got to see him sneak into Sarah's room and start messing around for paint and stuff, and even the climax is a bit scary when we get to the final few pages, with the little reveal of what people know about Slappy and the family. It's very interesting. We'll get to that in a minute. But it's just quite good what we got for Slappy. I think it was definitely more interesting than the other Dummy sequels. Even if it is stereotype Dummy stuff, it's done good here, at least in the final few pages. Another thing I found quite shocking about this book that I really enjoyed was the ending. And it involves the other Dummy, Dennis. We all know Dennis is alive. When Dennis, or what they suppose is their brother, tackles Slappy in Sarah's bedroom, it's not actually their brother, Jed. It's Dennis! Like the actual dummy. So it's quite an interesting reveal. I actually quite liked it though, because this could have easily leaned into the third book, because honestly, it should have. That would have been really cool to see. Because of course we had Mr. Wood in the first book, minor spoiler, and then we had, at the end of that book, little reveal, and then might have ended up making its way into this book, and then that reveal could have made its way into the third book, and then I don't know where we go from there, but that was quite interesting. I really liked that reveal in there. I think they should have continued on with Dennis into the third book, but no, I think you know who they carried on with. The man, the myth, the very not-so-liked legend. Speaking of the ending, the whole fucking scene, like in the whole final few chapters, brilliant, man. Not only is it one of the very rare few times the parents find out what's actually going on, they do see Slappy walking around, and it happens in the episode as well, so props to that. Not only do they see it, we get some nice resolution for Amy. She isn't just getting punished, and she's not going to get any sorries or no nothing, because we sometimes get that in books where kids get punished, but the parents never find out that it wasn't actually their kid doing it, and they just got punished for no reason. I always feel bad with that happening. It kind of adds to the score, because it's one of those rare little charming moments where it's kind of re-looked over, and poof, gone. Sorry, Amy, we fucked up. Unlike a lot of other books in Goosebumps, or at least from memory. Yeah, very nice, and overall the scene was definitely pretty awesome, and the whole climax in general is great. With their plan to capture Slappy in the act. The whole family being in on it was also really charming as well. Found a lot of enjoyment in that. Some smaller upsides I'd like to quickly point out is the fact that Amy is a pretty good protagonist. They have their interesting relationships, but also there's a little bit of depth added to that with the reveal later in the book with Sarah being jealous of Amy, and it's kind of flip-flopped her opinion on Sarah. And yeah, there's just definitely some character growth in there. There's also a really nice side character named Margot. I think she was also pretty interesting. She didn't do much of the story, but she was good to see there when Amy was having very rough moments. Obviously, the book was well written, as always, of course. And the story itself, while not being quite creative, I think definitely got better as it went on. Quite a bit better, of course, in the climax. Like I keep stretching, that climax is really, really good. And yeah, that's going to conclude the upsides. Now let's move on to the downsides, and there's quite a big one. There's many great things I pointed out about this book, because surprisingly, for a living dummy book, there's a lot of stuff I really enjoyed, especially in the later half of the book, or third, roughly. The first 60 pages of this book are trash. If I'm being honest, I found, like, no enjoyment, like, basically at all. There was some good moments, mostly involving a birthday party scene. That was around the end of that 60-page margin. Didn't really fucking help. Yeah, it's just bland, slappy shit, it feels. There are a couple things, like I said, but none of them are big. And if this were to be your, like, first Goosebumps book, I think you'd like that a lot more, if you're not used to seeing that kind of shit, but here, it's not interesting nor unique, and honestly, just kind of sucked. Like, a lot. I'm doing a whole 1.5 point reduction for that. Yeah. Quite a big fucking issue, but the later half really does make up for it, for the most part. And yeah, with that said, being my literal only downside of this book, probably. Of course, I have my nitpicks with it. But nothing like I'm gonna reduct points for this, like, immensely, and if I do, it's gonna be rounded anyways to 8.5. There's the rating, but let's just get to the rating now. Oh, no. Like I kind of slipped out, 8.5 out of 10. That first half fucking sucked, but that climax around 30 pages, and there was still some good stuff before that within that missing 30-page margin in there, because this is a 120-page book, guys. I'm only mentioning 60 and the final 30. We're 70 to 90. Come on. Anyways, it's actually really good in the climax, and there's some great character reveals, like I keep stretching on. A very great final few chapters. I really, really enjoyed Slappy in this book. One of its better appearances, in my opinion. And yeah, quite a good read, especially in the later half. Like I keep stretching. The first half fucking sucked. And yeah, that's going to conclude this review. I'm very happy that I finally have remade this book review, because my old one sucks, man. And I just like remaking reviews. It makes me feel happy. You know, giddy inside. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next one, which should be another book review for The Wizard of Oz. It might flip-flop tomorrow. I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow. I could flip-flop some videos, but if not, maybe stay tuned for Piano Lessons Gonna Be Murder. Yeah, see you guys in the next one. Bye.